Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Raul, and I wanted to show another one of my projects that's on and off my workbench for the past year. Kind of a grail kit of mine. I've been searching for one of these for a while. This is the AMT 64 GTO Annual Kit. Very rare kit, hard to find. Been looking and watching for one for quite a while, and ended up getting one from a friend of mine. It's kind of funny, I've been asked where do I get some of these, and where do I find them? I find them all over the place, really. I'm always watching eBay, letting people know. I pick some up on Facebook, just all kinds of places, really. And what it boils down to is let people know what you want, what you're looking for. And you never know what's going to happen. Like with my friend William Scott in Tucson, kind of a local buddy, know of him through the local modeling clubs. Been a member of the Cactus Car Modelers here in the Phoenix area, and also know a lot of the Moonlight Modelers. And met him through swap meets. But just let him know we were talking about different projects and different cars and restorations. I trade parts with him quite a bit, and we'd let each other know what we're looking for. And let him know that I wanted one of these. I've been kind of keeping my eye out, and sooner or later one's going to land up in my lap. And he goes, "Oh, really? I have a couple. You want to check them out?" He had his picks, of course, but he had a couple extras, and I managed to talk him out of this one. I had to strip the paint. It was already previously built. Chrome was actually sent out and redone. This was done by Chrome Tech USA, one of his last orders since he retired. So I rushed and got this stuff sent to him so he can chrome it. Unfortunately, wasn't as careful with siliconing them to my rack, so there's some areas that the chrome didn't get. That's mostly hidden under the body, but I'll blend those in even better with some foil or the Multilo chrome pen to hide those areas. But I also had a broken part of the hood that I restored. Glued it and did the body work. When I post some of the photos of before, I have a few photos of what I started with. Was so excited about this one that I didn't take any photos before I stripped it. I did take one photo before I stripped the paint off of it, but I started tearing it apart. Here's the chassis. It's a pretty simple chassis. This is already restored. Went with a 389 tri-power, excuse me. But I went with a 389 tri-power on this one. The engine pretty much came from the 65 AMT kit, which is readily available, along with the wheel backs, and actually these wheels are from the 65. This one came with more hubcaps, which I'm not too much of a fan of. But what stalled this one is trying to decide what color to paint the interior. There's the interior, stripped and ready to go. Just kind of stalled out on that. I also need to polish the glass still, but it's pretty clean. But here's the dash. And if you're not into vintage kits, they call these screw bottoms, because they actually have screws that hold them to the chassis, usually 2 or 4. This case there's 4 that hold it down. And they go right into these tubes. They usually don't have the most detailed interiors. Actually, interiors are pretty nice, but the most detailed chassis and whatnot, but the bodies are usually really, really nice. This one, there's just a little bit of body work. Sprayed it this turquoise color. Still got some decals to put on it. Actually have these from the last detail. It's a nice sheet. Covers a lot of them, actually, 64 to 67 I believe on this sheet. So it's got a lot of emblems. Don't really think it's meant for the AMT kit. I think it's meant for more of the Revell kits. but they're all on there, so I'll be using some of these. And the steering wheel came from the AMT 65 kit. And another very rare part, even for these, here's the 4-speed console insert that goes right on top. Even these are hard to find. A lot of them are missing from this kit, and it only came in the 64 GTO kit. The 64 Tempest kit did not have this 4-speed, which is kind of funny because even the interior has the automatic pedal. I'll probably leave that because once the dash is in place you can't see it. But if you're looking for these now, thanks to William Scott, Missing Link actually casts these and chromes them for you. So if you need some of these, contact Kevin at Missing Link. I bought 2 more because I actually want to put this in my 65 kit. And ironically, while I was looking for parts for this kit, I ran into somebody who had a complete Model Haas kit of the 64 GTO, also AMT, and Model Haas did not offer this console piece, so they cast the interior as the automatic and left it alone. So I now have 3 of these consoles. This is an original. Actually, no, this is not original. This is another resin copy that was done before Missing Link's doing them now. Also got the tack right here to put on it. This is from my parts box. Couldn't tell you what kit it's from. And then one of the other parts that I needed were these chrome hood scoops that go on the hood. These ones, I pulled them out. They're foiled. One of them was breaking in half. I was gluing it to fix it, but somebody on eBay was casting them, so I got a couple more to use, and I sanded and fitted these. I'll use bare metal foil on these to chrome them because I got these after I sent my stuff to Chrome Tech, so those are not chromed. They should be, but I'll use the bare metal foil on those. But here's one of my restoration projects. I've been super excited about getting this particular one, and so excited that I didn't put it in my stash. I actually started restoring it right away. So thanks again, Scotty. I call William Scott Scotty. But thanks again, and this one's coming along. And it's funny when I talk about opening your mouth and finding out some of your grail kits. Here's another one, a little sneak peek I'll show you, and quick funny story. And this is a result of Facebook. Here's another one of my grail kits that I've been wanting to get. Check this out. This is a 69 Corvette, but it's the Baldwin Motion GT. And Mini Exotics actually cast these and made these. Even though he sold, Mini Exotics sold his stuff to R&D Unique, and R&D Unique was selling them, so he stopped making these 20 years ago. And through another body I had purchased on Facebook and was asking who the caster was, Jerry popped up and said, "Yeah, that's one of mine. He's up in Canada." And so him and I got to talking about kits that he had and did, and he posted one of these that he had built, and I said, "Hey, I'd love to have one of those as well. I've been looking for one for a while." And we talked, and he sold me this one. And super excited. I'll have to get this one stripped, but this is one I've been wanting for quite a while, and I've seen a few. They rarely pop up on eBay, but when he offered it to me, I jumped on it. So another one where, simply just putting the word out that I'm looking for something, or something I'd really like to have someday, that sooner or later I'll find one, and you let people know and they can land in your lap. Like I didn't know Jerry was still. It's more of a. I believe Gary is more of a still around, and he's pretty active in the models, even though he's not casting or selling anymore. I think he might be doing a little side jobs here and there, but he's pretty much retired. But again, this is one of those I've been wanting to get and known about it for a while. I bought many exotic kits, but this is another restoration that's going to be on my desk. Now, he told me he wasn't sure if this was a resin copy or his original master. I did sand a little bit on the inside to see it's resin, but I do have to strip this paint. I like this paint, but it's lacquer and it's got a lot of cracking, so if it's glittering in the camera, if it's picking it up, it's a lot of cracking, so I need to strip it. But again, this is one of those open your mouth and let people know what you like and what you want, and you never know who's got one and who might have one for sale. But again, thank you for tuning in, and appreciate you watching, and subscribe if you like this stuff. And this is one that's going to get back on my desk as soon as I figure out what color interior I'm going to go with. That's why this one's stalled. And keep an eye open, because this one will make a few more appearances. Thank you again.